Anish, welcome to the show. Dare I say congratulations on the 7 draws?
Well, I'm not accepting your congratulations. I want congratulations on match victory. I'm not accepting the phrasing you used.
Tell us your thoughts about this very dramatic uh, Armageddon game. I thought that you played it magnificently, that you had neutralized his time, and that you were always, let's say, on the sunny side of things.
Yeah, I think the Armageddon game was quite fortunate for me. I mean, I got a comfortable position at some point, and then once I got takes on e4, I mean, of course, if not for the Armageddon situation, Black would never risk, but because it's Armageddon, you are both a little nervous, so things can still get out of control. But I guess it was still always, let's say, I was at a margin, I think. I mean, after this, yeah, this is a typical thing that White misses, and then it's good. I was much more, the main point today where I was worried was the game, the first Blitz game, where I allowed him some knight a4 tactic at some point. Other than that, I think I was mostly on the pressing side today. At least that's what I felt.
We'll bring that moment.
Knight a4, where exactly?
Knight a4. Instead of bishop e3, bishop takes c3. Knight a4, just on the spot. I mean, it's huge. And b6, bishop d2, and then b6 hangs, rook e1 comes. It's very nasty.
We missed that as well, yeah. Yasa was suggesting knight e2, which was also, I thought, quite interesting with the intention.
No, but it's much, I mean, unless... It is interesting, but I mean, even rook d8, knight a4, king f5, I don't feel particularly threatened, but I think knight a4 was much stronger. But this also maybe, I mean, knight a4 looks
knight a4 we completely missed, and yeah, it looks very.
I mean, b6 is anyway not the kind of move you want to play, but then bishop d2 or maybe even bishop f4. Yeah, bishop d2 for example, and then he's got the e1 square for the rook, and yeah, it's very uncomfortable. I mean, I must be honest, I was making a full list of the sidelines in the Queen's Gambit Accepted, and because my wife is doing a course on this, so I was helping her there a little bit, and I'm not sure. I think I forgot about e4, to be honest, which is very good for her course, because yeah, I mean, it's a bit stupid that it's pointed out to me in my in such an important game, but yeah, I don't recall what to do here, honestly.
That's quite amusing for sure. I can imagine the dinner conversation in your household there, Anish. What are we cooking? What's for dinner? No. What's more important is what do I do against e4 and the Queen's Gambit Accepted? But we do have a question from our audience, and Anna will deliver the question. Anna, what is our social media trending?
A lot of questions for Anish, and also congratulations. This is a tweet from a political doll saying, some say that Anish Giri has drawn against Chuck Norris and that he's capable of winning half a point in an Armageddon game. All we know is he's through to the semifinals of, well, actually that's not true, but I'm gonna read it out. I'm gonna read it out.
No, but just don't bother. I mean, the whole tweet, it makes no sense from start to finish. I mean, just not a single, just say congrats on the match victory at Anish Giri, all the best. And that's it. Even the end, he says he messed up the beginning, the middle, and the end. Just say congrats and move on, really. I mean,
the burn. But I do have a question for you also from the Twitch chat. Ozzy Mans was asking if you have seen Magnus's tweet of your round 2 game. Do you check your social media in between games, Anish, or only after the day is done?
When I have time and I don't have to prepare, then I check, because I check my phone and what's going on, and my way of spending the time, because it's otherwise tough, in between games, when there's nothing to do, nothing to prepare, then you have like 5 minutes, and yeah, what are I gonna do with it? So I do check. Yeah, I mean, I found it not very nice, really, what Magnus said. It's not very nice. I mean, it could have been a bad day for me, for all we know, and then it's not very nice. But it is a good day, so it's fine.
In that sense, was yours an answer to some of that?
Yeah,
tweet,
but it was
perhaps?
just a joke. That was more of a joke. I mean, in this case, there's really nothing to be thrilled about, or well, I mean, I'm happy to win the match, but I mean, it's not like it's a particularly a proud moment or something like that. I mean, I played okay, and I was lucky to hold the most important game in the end. And well, it is nice to have that one off my back, to have actually play a mini match where you made all the draws and you won. It is kind of nice for the books. Mm-hmm. So.
That's true. And the final question from the chat by J Clones is, why did you decide, Anish, to play at home and not separate yourself in a hotel? With a reference to what Magnus said, that he thinks that it's easier to play if you go somewhere, a guest house, a hotel, just to pretend you're abroad at the tournament and not playing from home. Does it make a difference for you that you're playing from home? Is it more difficult?
Well, Magnus is, I am supposed to be the one, because I've got a child, I'm the family man. I'm supposed to be the one thinking about it. And instead, he's the one apparently going for, in his case,
it makes... in Denmark, that's
yeah,
what he said.
No, wonderful. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't think about it. The moment the online thing started, traveling even to a hotel, even in your country or within the driving distance, it was still officially a little bit tricky, because there are all sorts of rules and stuff. I'm not sure all the hotels were open. So at the start, it hadn't occurred to me because it was not a possibility. And since then, I just got used to the routine of playing home. And frankly, I sort of like it's just different. The whole thing is different. It's not just. The whole vibe is different from the start to finish, and being home is a part of it for me now. And I think I'm doing much better now than I did at the start, and I think I got used to it. But I understand Magnus's attempts to get to the familiar routine. In general, I think he is much more of a comfort zone person who needs his familiar routines. In my case, I like to try something new as well. So why not?
I'm about to cheat here, Anish, as we're getting prepared for a banter blitz game. So I'm going to get in a final question. At the very end of the Armageddon match, it looked to me like you were pre-moving. Were you?
Yeah, if I wanted, I could have flagged him with 7 seconds against 12 or what it was. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm really... I not only have a lot of experience with this, I also thought about it a little bit, and I saw how the only one who can flag you is Hikaru, because he does these pre-moves. He does the moves that you are not expecting. He never gives you a check because he knows you expect a check, so he puts the rook where the king is already going. And I saw him flagging people in rook against rook. He does it very, very masterfully. And he always tries to create this thing where you win the rook because the king's diagonally attacking the rook, and he's being very masterful. But against someone so new to the flagging game like Alexander, I managed this time because, it's also not very pleasant for him as well, because he knows that, it's not how he wants to win. And I guess that takes away these milliseconds from him, these doubts in his mind. But yeah, I do feel that if he was capable of flagging me, that would be all right, because that's part of the Armageddon game. In particular, Armageddon, I think it's well known that you're supposed to flag your opponent.
Very good. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Anish. It was very kind of you. Good luck in the next day of the quarterfinals.